T-Rex bone found with DNA, and it'll probably bring up some websites you can look at.
Okay, I'm doing that now because...
Good.
Okay, I'm doing that now because...
I'm reading it so far, it doesn't do anything about showing why evolution is wrong, or why it's wrong to look at the fossil record.
I never said that.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know every little fucking thing about it, which is why I'm looking at this.
Okay, look.
You're not a biblical scholar. You don't know every verse of the Bible by heart, for example.
Okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is this. Just because you have fossils doesn't mean that the transitional phases between animals. Okay, they could just be different animals that look similar. That doesn't mean they're transitional phases.
That's not the way the fossils are. That's not the way the fossils are found.
I know that. But here's the thing. Matter of fact, look up the fossil record. I want to see these transitional phases you're talking about. Go look it up.
Huh?
We're going to look up the fossil record and find out what kind of phases you're actually talking about.
There are too many animals. You have to specify one. What do you accept microbiology? I say microevolution.
Have you?
I say microevolution.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Do you accept microevolution as fact?
You mean natural selection? Talking about natural selection?
No, I don't mean that's all. No. I'm talking about microevolution, meaning evolution between little organisms, like single-celled organisms, like a bacteria. Because we have proof of that evolving. That's every time that you get a flu shot for the seasonal flu has evolved.
They're not evolving. They're just adapting and learning how to survive. That doesn't mean
that's what evolution is.
No, it's not.
That's all evolution is.
No, it's not. That is not evolution. Just because an animal...
That is evolution.
That's what evolution is. Not evolution. No. That's what you made up. That's what you guys made up. You made adaptation evolution because that's the only thing you can do to prove your point.
We have proof of it. It happens.
Adaptation's been around forever.
With the flu virus. Every year it happens. That's why you need to get a vaccine every year, because that's what happens. I mean, that is proof. The swine flu is an adaptation. And if microevolution is the same as macroevolution. It's all the same. Evolution is just adaptation. That's all it is. So evolution does not mean the Big Bang. It does not mean abiogenesis. These are all completely different fields of science.
And it doesn't mean that we come from different animals either. It doesn't mean we come from different animals. It means it can very well just prove creation also. It doesn't mean that we can't. That also doesn't mean that we came from other animals either.
How does it prove creationism?
Because see, here's the thing: we have animals, we have creatures we found through fossils, but we haven't found any transitional phases like you're claiming. Okay, and anyone on there can go and just look at the fossil record and look at all the facts, and they'll disprove the fossil record. Okay, time and time again. There's many creation scientists that disprove the fossil record all the time. The thing.
What facts?
What?
I'm looking at the dinosaur thing that I found, and at least what I found, it doesn't say shit about it being wrong with it. It wasn't found in a dinosaur bone. It was
then you're not
a different animal.
Then you're not on the right. Then you're not on the correct website. Then, but they did find one.
Well, I'm sorry.
They did. Yes, they did.
It didn't happen. I'd give you links for everything that you wanted, but you need to give me a link.
Really,
if you want me to believe this.
You didn't give me a link on any of these transitional phases that you're talking about. You didn't give me one.
No, but I gave you proof, and I don't need to give you links for this because it happens every single year.
No, it doesn't.
I need to give you a link for something that happens every year.
No, it doesn't. That's bullcrap.
The sun comes up.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Just because something mutates. Matter of fact, when things mutate, they never evolve. They always become less efficient, not more efficient. Like you're talking about, mutations. That's what you're talking. You're saying just because there's mutations, you're saying that we're all related. That's not true. I don't care about the swine flu. I don't care about it going and adapting to the air, adapting to certain climates. I ain't talking about that. Just because you call it evolution, you might call it evolution. That's fine. But evolution also says that we come from apes. So I'm not going to say it's evolution.
It is. Let me break it down for you. Let me break it down really, really quickly, okay?
We were from apes, and he's the one that came up with the whole theory.
Let me break it down for you very quickly. Okay. What happens every year is the flu vaccine mutates to stay alive.
Mutations are positive mutations. Yeah, no, those viruses are turning into bigger viruses. I've seen that.
But the whole point of that virus adapting is so they can stay alive.
And they keep on adapting? Is that what you're saying? They keep on adapting. They keep on
Yes, the
continuing.
viruses keep on adapting so that they can stay. Sorry, the bacteria keeps evolving so it can stay alive.
So they never stop adapting. They always adapt. Always. They just continually adapt.
Yes, they adapt all the time. Hold on a second. My screen, there it goes. Now, the thing is that's microevolution. That's what it is.
No, that's what you call evolution. I call it adaptation. You call it evolution. I call it
That's why, and every scientist out there calls evolution.
Listen to me, you
You created your own definition of evolution, and I'm sorry, but you're wrong. That is not what evolution is. It doesn't matter what you call it. That's what it is.
Okay, look, you're looking from a different standpoint. You just don't get it, do you? I'm looking from a creation standpoint, which means God gave us all these things that we could adapt, so people can adapt, so germs can adapt, everything can adapt. That's what I believe. You believe it's a mutation, and it keeps on mutating, and eventually somehow bacteria and these certain different chromosomes end up to be a creature, which there's no proof of that.
There is proof.
No, there's not. There's no proof.
Let me finish telling you. Let me finish telling you. Okay.
I don't care about the
You say you come from a different standpoint. You say you come from a different standpoint. Now, if I say that I come from the standpoint of God jacks up the sun every morning, so the sun comes up, that doesn't change the fact that that's not what actually happens.
I'm saying that you took the standpoint of evolution.
For example, Muslims believe that Allah is their God, but that doesn't make Allah their God. And I think you'd agree with that. Just because someone believes something doesn't make it true. And just to call something different does not make it true. The reason why I believe in microevolution, the reason why I believe in evolution in general, is because we have all this evidence behind it. The fossils, all fossils are just essentially a little snapshot in time of an organism. And the way that it works is we find them in different depths, in different points in the earth. And that basically shows how species have changed over time.
You know, it's funny how science keeps on changing their years on the Earth. They keep on changing their years on the Earth. Keep on changing their years when people came about. That's the thing about science. It's not reliable enough for me. It's not. It's always changing, and I understand that's what you believe. But the thing is, there's also evidence of creation too.
Name one.
How about the Earth being the exact distance away from the sun where it don't burn up or freeze? How about the fact that we have air?
That's not proof of anything.
That's not why. Can you tell me how the Earth got? No, let me say something. Can you tell me how the Earth got the way it was? How everything got the way it was? Can you tell me that?
No, your evidence I can't tell you the exact thing because I don't know everything in the world. What I can tell you is that the Earth being in the exact look, every star. Here's what every star has planets. Okay, let me tell you that. Many stars have planets.
And if you start doing
the math of how many stars there are, how many planets there are, you're bound to find some that have.
You have to remember,
and the ones that have life, the ones that have life on it are naturally the ones like this planet that happen to be in the right spot. Now, if you look at the probability of, if you want to talk about the universe being created for us, look at how many places where you cannot live. Look at how many other spots in this universe where you can't live.
Let me tell you something. The Earth became imperfect after Adam and Eve sinned. You didn't know that, right? It says in the Bible it became imperfect. The world did.
Assuming that Adam and Eve happened.
And you have to remember it.
With
no,
evolution,
listen to me.
We know Adam and Eve did not happen.
And assuming that we came from apes, and assuming that lizards came from, or birds came from dinosaurs, and assuming all that, you're assuming also. Stop trying to don't make.
No, but I'm assuming with evidence. I'm assuming with something behind it. You have a book behind it for your assumptions.
I have
water. I have research. I have hundreds
right
of years.
That proves to me. That proves that God created. Hundreds? You talk about the Earth being here for billions of years. You have hundreds of years. That's nothing.
Modern science has only been around for a couple hundred years. Modern science wasn't around since the beginning of time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that. Now, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Yeah. How long do you believe humans have been around? How long? Yeah, like how many years?
I don't know the exact date. No, I don't know the exact date.
Okay, but do you have like an estimate? I don't know the exact date. No, I mean, I'm pretty sure evolutionists have an estimate.
I'm going to butcher this. I know someone's going to call me on it, but still,